What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 5 of the Eyes Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Kiah. Thank you guys so much for tuning back in for another episode. And I just want to say happy 1 month-ish. It's been about 4 weeks since we started this thing. And so I just want to tell everybody thank you so much for listening and, supporting any shares, everyone who has contributed to the launch and, development of this lovely podcast. So thank you guys so much. But in today's topic, we are actually going to be talking about empowering yourself and rebuilding your confidence and your self-esteem. I feel like it's so fitting to discuss this right now. I feel like everybody has been shut inside, and hopefully there's been some time for you guys to reflect, as well as grow as individuals. I know that's what I've been doing. And I just have a couple of tips and things that I want to share with you guys about, moments in my life whenever I was not as confident as I am right now, and the things that I've done to try to get back into that space, and over the course of life, the things that you can do from my point of view, okay? Oh, it's super gorgeous outside today, side note. And you guys know I love to sit outside in the nature for a podcast. All right, so let's get started. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Please never be afraid to be yourself. You are the only you that is out there, and nobody can duplicate you. That's the amazing part. Nobody can be you. Nobody can do the things that you do except for you. So just embrace that. And I just mean nobody can do you like you do you. Yeah, somebody might be able to paint a picture, but they're not going to do it the exact same way you do it. So embrace your uniqueness and just embrace that originality that you have been born with or blessed with, however you like to see that. How I like to do that, or embrace that a little bit more, I journal things that I like about myself. There was a point in time where it seemed like I just didn't like myself, as odd as that is. But I wrote down one day, I was just like, what's wrong with me? And I wrote down lots of things that I liked about myself, and I had filled up a page. And they were small things, like I was like, oh, I like my eyes, or I like how my skin glows, or just really taking the time to love on myself and acknowledge that I have unique things about me, and then working to see the beauty within those things is really key. Another thing that I like to do is getting back into things that bring you a natural flow of happiness to your world and to your life. My brothers are such great examples of this. They're very heavy into anime. I know a lot of people who are, but them two specifically. And they can be in their own little world all day with that, but it brings them their own internal fulfillment, and it's like nobody takes that from them. They don't allow that, because that's something that brings them internal joy. So always finding things that bring you natural happiness. For me, that's dancing. You guys know I love dancing. I like being outside in nature a lot. Exercising is always like that for me too. Playing tennis, that's very fun. Any type of outside fun stuff is always great for me. Another thing is stop caring about what other people think about you. I just want you guys to know that was something that I struggled with. I used to care, and I had to learn that other people's opinion about me does not matter, because when you place too much stock into how other people feel, you allow them to control you. So always be certain and sound within who you are. My parents have both preached that to me and both told me that, but I can self-identify and say that I have, fallen off of that bandwagon before. I have lost my footing before, and this is why we're talking about it today, because it happens. It happens to us all. Sometimes we go through things in life that trip us up and we forget who we are, but we can't do that. Let's see, what else do I have? I actually want to add back to that stop caring about what other people think. I just want you guys to take this away. People who are for you will be there for you, and people who are not there for you will fall away on their own. I listened to a masterclass not that long ago, and a quote that stood out to me was focus on the people in the room. That is so crucial. Focus on, the people who, if you're building something or you're gaining something or you're doing something, like, you give your energy and time to positivity and good things. Don't waste your energy on, bad vibes or people who are only looking to bring you down or are only looking to hurt you or, just to get a reaction out of you. That is a lot of time what happens. People will say things or do things just to see what they can get from you or do for you, what they can get you to do for them. Excuse me. Brain's thinking faster than my mouth can speak right now. But just don't worry about it, You do you and be yourself, and people who rock with you, people who love you, you're gonna know because you're gonna be able to feel it. You'll be able to see it and you'll be able to feel it. It is gonna be proof and feeling all in one, okay? Next thing is, I want you guys to take a moment, if you're struggling with this or you know someone, what do you enjoy doing alone? Ask if you know somebody who says, I seem like I'm just not confident. Ask them what they like to do. What do they enjoy doing alone? Like, what brings them happiness? They need to jump back into the things that they enjoy. What do you like to do in general? I feel like when I'm doing things I like, I'm like happy. I'm very happy. And when I'm happy, I'm a lot more confident, What habits did you get away from when you lost your confidence? If you were a person who, loves to get dressed up and do your makeup and you really enjoy makeup, like, why did you get out of that? What hit you that you don't want to do those things anymore? So instead of straying more from that, embrace that, get back into that, have a good time, do it for fun. Don't make it like a chore. Just have fun. Think about when you were young and you used to dress up. Right now, if you're still quarantined, is a great time for you to be able to, pull up different outfits and looks and just try to have a good time, really embrace that funness. And you might put some looks together that you're like, oh, I gotta save this for, when the quarantine comes out because I'm fly, I'm popping. I know that's how I get when I look at myself in the mirror. I get excited, and I feel like those types of moments are good self-esteem boosters, especially right now. Something else, let's see, number 3 that I have on my list. I actually have a list, guys, don't judge me. The next thing is embrace your imperfections. Please embrace your imperfections. Be the best you that you can be and love yourself unconditionally for that. Love what you look like. Love what you laugh like. Love what you sound like. Stop being overly critical of yourself. Just let that go and embrace yourself, I'll tell you guys, I have my front tooth that like crosses, and I've always been self-conscious about that because when I was younger, I chipped my tooth and then I just haven't had braces. But I know that that's not like the end all be all. Most people who look at me don't notice a whole lot, and if they do notice, they don't say anything anyway. I feel like I've gotten to where I'm just like, you know what? This is me. This is what I look like. Hello, how you doing? If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Because I can't control that at this current moment. But another tip I have to go with this is to pamper yourself. Love on yourself. And I'm going to explain how this works. Say, for instance, you have breakouts. It's a prime example. I have 3 blemishes on my face right now, all by my mouth, tripping. But that's okay because everybody gets a breakout. Everybody has a blemish. Everybody has a little something, right? That could be my little something right there. But you know what I do? I pamper myself. I don't like that these blemishes are necessarily here. They get on my nerves because I like my skin to be even toned. But I don't let that stop me from not wearing makeup. I don't let that stop me from smiling. I don't let that stop me from loving me. I put a face mask on, I use my skincare routines, and I take care of my skin so that over time it will fade like everything else has faded. I have been, in car accidents with bruises that I thought would be here now and they were gone in 2 months. So you really just have to love on yourself. And I feel like the more love you feed into those areas that you're insecure about, the more you will start to embrace it and love it a little bit more and actually love it. You'll be like, wow, that was me. This is me. That's okay. You guys can do that by way of like, if you don't necessarily like what you look like. I went through that. I gained 50 pounds. I was not satisfied. I was not happy. Being a dancer my entire life, I've always been in shape, and it was just like I got lazy. I fell off, and I had to get myself back in order, and I started to work out, and it was so good. Like, one of the best things I ever did. And I worked out. I wasn't like, I want to lose 10 pounds or I want to get skinny. I was just like, I want to get healthy, because I was not healthy at that point. I wasn't eating healthy. I wasn't, like working out as much as I should. So my body wasn't in the best shape it could be in. And I feel like once I started to work out, that confidence level boosted, and not because I got skinny, but I literally was healthy. I had more energy. My skin looked better. I was sleeping better. Like, I felt better in general. So just pamper yourself, love yourself, understand that you have to give that to you. Let's see, what else do we have? Number 4, release fear of what other people will say about you for living your truth. There's things that I'm sure that I will divulge or discuss on this podcast about myself. And when I started, I was like, man, I'm a little nervous, but it's okay. Like, this is me. This is who I am. This is like my life. What more can I say? I have to love that. I have to embrace that, because if I'm embarrassed about it, it leaves way too much room for somebody else to try to embarrass me with it. So love yourself, love on yourself, embrace imperfections, embrace your mistakes, learn from your mistakes so that you can be better, and don't let anybody use your life or your truth or the things that you do against you, okay? Don't let anybody throw your imperfections back up in your face. That's all I mean. Number 6, be gentle with yourself. Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped number 5. Let's go back. Number 5. This is an important one too. Get back in touch with your roots. This was big for me, and it was almost like I had just kind of like lost my path footing a little bit. Like, I felt like uncomfortable in my skin, not necessarily unconfident, but just a little uncomfortable in my skin, and I had to get my footing back a little bit. But getting back in touch with my roots has helped so much. How I did that is I've listened to old playlists. Like, Apple has these really great playlist selections where you can go to like music from 2005 and 2001. So sometimes I'll go to like the rap and hip hop and R&B from 05 or 04 or 2000 or 1999, because it makes me think of when I was younger. It brings me to happy times. 05 takes me back to, 9th grade. It's funny. It makes me laugh with my friends again. It gets me thinking about memories that were fun to me. And not that there's not other memories, but sometimes you go through things and you have to evolve as a person, and you can't rack your brain about a lot of things maybe plaguing you. You can't rack your brain too heavy. So when those things happen, you're trying to get back in touch with your roots, you're trying not to over obsess or overthink, I recommend going back to your roots, listening to stuff that you like. I was listening to some old Lauryn Hill, like the only Lauryn Hill. Love it. Every City, Every Ghetto. It was tons of songs I was jamming out to, just to revive that, like, hey, where did that energy come from when I was younger? Like, where did that excitement come from, whenever I was choreographing dances in school? Like, where was my excitement to get up at 5 a.m.? And I have just figured out ways getting back to my roots. Playlists have been a huge part of that. Calling my friends and family to, like, laugh about old times, like to just perk me up about funny stuff, just spreading memories, like sharing laughter, talking about like funny times, talking about good times in general. I'm not saying you don't understand or have embraced your bad times, but like being able to laugh, being able to joke about those things that happened when you were younger, even if they weren't so pleasant. I'll tell you guys, when I was in kindergarten, I forged my mom's and dad's signature on a paper that I got a C on, because I was worried that I was going to get in trouble because I'd never made a C. I was just A's and B's. I think I might have been in first grade when this happened, actually. And I remember it was the most terrible first grade handwriting that wrote that. But back then, it was like I was embarrassed. I was young and I was scared. But now it's funny because it's like, well, it's okay that you made a C. But this is what my dad told me. He's like, it's okay that you made a C, but I don't want you to feel like you have to hide that you don't understand the material. It's okay. Let's figure it out. And so I had to learn that too. And I think it was like, what do you mean I don't get it? Perfectionist a little bit, but you learn to let that go. You learn to just be okay. Like, it's okay to not know. It's okay to be confused. You embrace that part of you so you can learn more and open up your mind even more, to gain more and to have more. So just be able to talk, be able to release, be able to laugh at some of the things that happened to you when you were younger. There are certain things, side note, that are not laughable, and I do understand that, but you guys know what I mean. That situation with my parents was like it was bad then. It's funny now. It's okay. Like, hey, did it? I can't help it, but it was funny. Find your groove, and please just have fun. Get back in touch with those roots. Call your family, call your friends, laugh a little, okay? Have some fun. Number 6, let's get to number 6. Be gentle with yourself, because this takes time. You're going through a rebuilding process of rebuilding your self-esteem and rebuilding that up. And if it took a hit, that's okay. Embrace that, learn from that, understand what hit you and how, and then you make that stronger so nobody can hit you like that again, okay? Just be gentle with yourself. Every day, do a little bit more. Get up, look at yourself in the mirror. I love you, self. You are beautiful. You are gorgeous. You are shining. You are sparkling. Brush your teeth, wash your face, and keep it pushing. Go about your day and just embrace that inner light that you have within you, male or female. Whatever you are, male or female. This applies to any gender, whatever you identify as. This is real. Number 7 is speak nicely to yourself. Please speak nicely to yourself. My friend bought me this deck of empowering questions cards, and there was a question in here that really resonated with that. And it says, how would I want to be encouraged right now? What would I want to hear? So like in your moments where you might be lacking a little self-esteem, it's like, ask yourself, like, how would I like to be encouraged? Speak to yourself sweetly. Do not dog yourself out. Even if you make a mistake, learn from your mistake. Learn from it. It's okay. You can keep pushing. You can keep going and growing through anything that you go through, as long as you have the attitude and you have the mind to learn and then progress. It's okay. Don't just push it away and then keep going. Learn and progress. Learn and progress. It's okay, because everybody makes a mistake. But how do you want to be encouraged? Be gentle with yourself. How do you need somebody to, be kind to you? If people aren't kind to you, you be kind to yourself at all costs, and then you demand that respect the other way. Let's see. I did want to touch on something to correlate with this, but my best friend, she actually used when she was going through a moment of, lacking self-esteem and confidence. She used to write on her mirror with lipstick little happy messages, Bible verses, different things that resonated to her, so she would see it and it would stand out and it was bold. She used to put sticky notes all over her walls of positive, uplifting things, in the kitchen and the refrigerator, wherever. And she said that when she would go to sleep, whichever note was really resonating with her, she would stick that one on, her wall above her bed while she slept. And I love that. I feel like that is, great practices to just keep yourself happy. Whatever works for you. You know what I mean? Whatever boosts your confidence and helps you get that genuine inner love for yourself, do those things, But don't be ashamed to love on yourself. Don't be ashamed to know your strengths and your weaknesses. Get in touch with yourself on that level so that nobody can use those things against you, period. I think that's gonna wrap that up, but I do have something called a spirit animal oracle deck. It is just a deck of cards. I believe there's 68, if I'm not mistaken. You guys are going to hear peacocks in my videos often because I'm out here a lot. But number 68, yeah, there's 68 different animals in here, and this is kind of just a deck of different cards that has different animal messages, things that they would represent. And so I pulled 3 cards, and I just want to read them to you guys of what they say. So let's get started with the first one. First one is Canary Spirit, and what is associated with this canary is called Sing Your Own Song. And I'm going to read you guys, it's called an oracle message that comes with it in my little booklet. So here's this oracle message, okay? And this, sorry guys, the deck is by Colette Baron Reed. You can buy the entire deck on Amazon, but it's a spirit animal oracle. It gives you an oracle message and a protective message for each one, but I'm going to be reading all the oracle messages today, okay? Some of you guys might see me post these. This is where I get this from. So, oracle message for Canary Spirit. Canary Spirit arrives to help you find your authentic voice and express what is in your heart. Free yourself to experience your inner light and let it shine, as Canary Spirit sings to remind you of your inherent joy and to support you as you sing your own song. Now is the time to let the world know who you really are. Canary Spirit's message is that you are free to be yourself and express your most cherished desires. The world wants to hear your song. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you're being called to fully be yourself, for only then will you find harmony and joy. You can make music with others so beautifully when your note rings true. Okay? That stuck to me because a lot of people are afraid to speak their truth. So just sing your own song. It's your life. You're the authentic, original creator. You own the copyrights to your life. That's all you. Don't be afraid to embrace that, okay? The next one is Peacock Spirit. I love this one. It's one of my favorites, and so fitting that there's always peacocks around me, but it is called Let It Shine, okay? And I'll post all of these on my stories so you can see them if anyone wants to see it on my Instagram. It is Eyes Wide Open Pod, and I'll probably post them on my personal page too. That is at Kiah. But Peacock Spirit. When is the last time you shook a tail feather and shined your light for all to see? Within each of us is a peacock spirit yearning for expression. You are called now to show the world the gorgeous creature you are, for you are a manifestation of spirit. Come out from the shadows, Peacock Spirit says, and show your true colors so that others may be inspired to express their own exquisiteness. Dance as if you remember that you are made of stardust and grace, filled with life force, energy, and sparkling light. You are a channel for divine love, and your dance is one of a kind. Catch the light and help it to shimmer and dance in celebration of your good fortune of being right here, right now. Spirit wants you to be joyful so that others may get up and dance along with you. Okay? I love Peacock Spirit. It's one of my favorites. If you guys have ever seen a peacock, they like fan that big old tail, so beautiful. But when they are, running, it's kind of pulled back and retracted. But when they want to do a mating dance and they want to show out a little bit, they perk up those feathers. So, like I said, get dressed, get cute. Put some outfits together for when all this corona stuff is over. Okay, the last animal totem that I have is going to be Squirrel Spirit. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, okay? The oracle message for this is, you have accumulated wisdom and experience and are surrounded by all you need. An abundance of resources is available to you through the generosity of spirit and all your hard work. Squirrel Spirit shows up when you need reminding that the acorns you have gathered and stowed away have enormous potential to grow. So relax into knowing there is always enough, and you have what it takes to co-create the reality that you want to experience. Through diligent preparation, you have gained wisdom and strength. How much potential you have. Believe in yourself, for Spirit believes in you and wants you to know that you have enough and you are enough. Doesn't that truth make you feel safe and secure? It should, for you have everything you need right now. Embrace you. You are enough. You have everything you need. Other people critiquing you and dogging you or being mean to you, block them out. Embrace love, embrace light, be gentle with yourself, be around others who will be gentle with you and love you too. Love yourself, love your light, love your spirit. Don't allow people with negative perceptions and nastiness to bother you, to bog you down, and to make you feel like you are, unimportant or unloved or not enough or not worthy, because you are worthy. Everybody in this world has a purpose. They have something that they're guided to give outward, to share, to be a part of. What is that for you? Ask yourself that, and don't be afraid to fully embrace that, okay, guys? I will post these decks that I shared from today. Let's see. I have some empowering questions cards, other ones that I'll leave you guys with. If you want to write them down, you can. These are some great asks that you can use to build yourself up a little bit. If you're wondering what you can journal, I'm going to give you guys 5 topics. You can pick one that resonates with you. How have I become me? What am I like? That's the first one, okay? How have I become me? What am I like? Number 2, is there something I should let go of to be able to move forward? Is there something I should let go of to be able to move forward? What are my best qualities? Number 3. What are my best qualities? Number 4. Who am I when I'm alone? Who am I when I am alone? And the last one. How do I show love to myself? How do I show love to others? Again, I'm going to repeat it. How do I show love to myself? And how do I show love to others? Okay? So if any of those questions really sparked you and you feel like you want to journal about them or think about them, please do so. But that's going to wrap up today's podcast topic. I'm really grateful that you guys are sticking around. Thank you so much for just, being a part of this. And I'm grateful that I can come on here and share with you guys, and we can discuss life, healing from hard times. And this is something I had to heal, my self-esteem and my confidence, most definitely. But it's back now. Hi, guys. It's all back. So I appreciate you guys. I value you guys. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of the podcast. You guys can follow us on social media at Eyes Wide Open Pod. We are available on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube, and Anchor. I will see you guys next week. Bye.